So, you're heading to Houston, maybe with family, maybe with a whole group of friends. You're gonna need a big vehicle. But here's the thing you find out pretty fast. Booking that large SUV or van, it's like a real fork in the road. One path can lead you to an amazing deal, and the other? Well, let's just say it can lead to a massive headache. We're gonna figure out which path you should take.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into why Houston's unique layout practically demands a bigger car. Then, we'll explore those two very different rental paths. You've got the super tempting world of online deals, and then there's the road less traveled, the premium, high-touch service. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which journey makes sense for you.
All right, let's start with the city itself. Before we even dive into rental agencies and prices, you gotta understand what it is about Houston that creates this whole situation in the first place. So why is this such a common issue in Houston? What is it about this specific city that makes a big old family van or a full-size SUV feel less like a luxury and more like a necessity for so many people? Well, the answer is really baked into the city's DNA.
And this really nails it. You look at what travel sites like Kayak say, and it's clear. Houston is just massive. It's incredibly spread out. And since public transportation isn't really a robust option for getting everywhere, a car isn't just a nice-to-have, it is absolutely essential. And of course, for anyone traveling with a group or a bunch of luggage, a car almost always translates to a big car.
So naturally, how do most of us try to solve this? We take path number one, the hunt for a deal. You know the drill. You need a big vehicle, you want a good price, so you fire up a travel aggregator website and you start digging. And the first thing that hits you is just this dizzying number of choices. You look at the data from a site like Momondo, and you see this wild range in quality. I mean, you've got Avis sitting pretty with a wonderful 10.0 rating, but then you scroll down and see Thrifty and Sixt, both rated a poor 2.0. Right away you realize, okay, this is kind of like rolling the dice.
But then you see this, $57 per day for a van. And that price is just so appealing. It's the number that makes your brain go, aha, found it. This is the one. And for a lot of people, that's it. The search is over. Click, book, done.
But hold on, what are you actually getting for $57 a day? To figure that out, we have to look past that shiny price tag and dig into what people who actually book these deals have to say.
First, let's talk about the condition of the car itself. Check out this review for budget. The customer talks about a car with steel belts, steel, exposed on the tires, and a cracked windshield. Their only solution was to drive to the airport for a swap, and the replacement they got was just filthy. I mean, that is not how you want to start a vacation.
Then you have this problem. You show up, and the car you booked just isn't there. This Hertz customer arrived to pick up their full-size SUV, and nope, not available. The only alternative was a totally different vehicle, a minivan, at a different location with no apology, no compensation. Your whole plan can just fall apart right there at the rental counter.
And this one, wow, this one is a real nightmare. So a customer for Thrifty prepays for their car online with a card the website totally accepts. But when they get to the counter to pick it up, the rules suddenly change. They're told the card isn't accepted. The car is denied, they're left stranded, and they're out nearly $350. It just goes to show you, the deal you get online can completely vanish the second you show up in person. Okay, so if the budget path is clearly a gamble, what's the alternative? Well, that brings us to path number two, the premium, service-first option.
So instead of this giant, anonymous online marketplace, you have a company like iExotic. And right in their own description, the entire tone is different. The focus isn't just the car, it's on a premium, seamless experience. We're talking about a concierge service here, not just a rental counter.
Now that premium experience, as you might expect, comes with a very different price tag, $395 a day for their Chevrolet Tahoe. Yeah. That is nearly 7 times more than that budget deal we saw. So the big question is, what on earth could justify that massive price difference?
It's really all about one thing, eliminating all that uncertainty. With this, you're not just booking a vague, full-sized SUV. No, you're booking a specific, high-end Chevrolet Tahoe with a 420-horsepower V8 engine. The exact model and its quality are guaranteed. And here's the kicker. They deliver it to you at your hotel, at the airport, and they pick it up when you're done. No counters, no lines, no last-minute nasty surprises.
And this review from a customer named Delo Hogan just captures the value proposition perfectly.
You see, their original rental, probably from that budget path we just talked about, fell through. But iExotic came to the rescue. And that's exactly what that premium price is buying you: reliability and, most importantly, peace of mind, especially when things go wrong.
Okay, so we've looked at two totally different ways to rent a car. One is all about the price, the other is all about the experience. So, how in the world do you decide which one is actually right for your trip? When you boil it down, it's really a difference in philosophy. The aggregator path is all about price. It's self-service, you do the work, but you get huge variability. On the other hand, the luxury path is all about the experience. It's a concierge service, you're paying for guaranteed quality from a much smaller, carefully chosen fleet of cars.
So here's the simple breakdown. If you are on a really tight budget and your plans are pretty flexible, you can handle a potential snag or two, the aggregator path could save you a ton of money. It's a risk, but it could pay off. But if you're traveling for a special occasion, an important business trip, or you just absolutely cannot afford for things to go sideways, the luxury path is basically designed to be your insurance policy against all that risk. And in the end, it really all comes down to this one simple question. When you're standing at that fork in the road, trying to decide on your Houston rental, what's more valuable to you? Is it your money, or is it your peace of mind? The answer to that will tell you exactly which way to go.